You see, marriage can lead you to heaven. Marriage is also a ticket that can lead you to hell. Hello. I want to give you important updates on what you should know about marriage. Marriage is a vocation. Marriage is a vocation. And we all know that vocation is a calling. What you know that you are called to do, what God have assigned you to do. It's just like a ministry, a job that gives you joy and pleasure. Marriage itself is sacred. Like if you are a pastor, if you are a minister, if you are a priest, all these are vocations. Then marriage itself is also a vocation. And it is a vocation that you have to be very careful in dealing with. Because many people that failed in their calling as into this mystery called marriage ended up in misery. You see, marriage can lead you to heaven. Marriage is also a ticket that can lead you to hell. When God calls you into this ministry, into this vocation, marriage, you have to be prepared and you have to be careful. Everything that is entrusted to you in this institution will be demanded that you would render account of it later. You see, it is not just about having a wife or a husband, giving birth to children, answering a wife or a husband. No, it's beyond that. The children God gave to you in that marriage, how did you take care of them? They will still talk about parenting later. The wife that you married, she left her home, left her name, begin to answer your name, yet you are not faithful to her. You turned her to your punching bag. You become unfaithful. You cheat on her. These are the things God will ask you as a man, as a husband. As a wife, how do you take care of your husband? So marriage is something that we should learn. It is a mystery that we should first of all understand the essence and the relevance. Why did God institute this ministry? And before you venture into it, I would always advise you take your time, study. Yes, it is a vocation built on patience. It is a vocation built on endurance. There can never be a perfect marriage. You endure in your marriage, and then it is a vocation in which you continue to learn every day as you grow in that marriage. And it is going to be easy for you if you have a disposed mind entering it. You don't enter into marriage because you think that once you enter into marriage, everything will be fulfilled. No, it's not just like that. You are entering into another university that you would be given certificate of graduation even before you begin. Yes, that is marriage. Before you even begin the journey, before you even begin the lessons, the lectures, and the experience of marriage, you will first of all be certified. In other words, what they are telling you now is you are now going into a journey that you will not graduate from. And that is why every day we learn in marriage. So marriage should be held as high esteem. If you really understand what marriage is all about, you will know that marriage is a vocation, and a vocation should be what gives us joy. A vocation is what will be demanded of us to present before God when the time comes. I would drop in my next videos what are the principles needed to sustain this vocation. First of all, have this understanding that marriage is a vocation. And a vocation is what is deemed fit that you as a human being should do, and then through it your happiness will be assured. So if you understand that marriage is a journey and a vocation, a calling, and this calling would be demanded that you render account on how you were able to safeguard it, you will know that you are entering into a season that is full of demands, and you have to be disposed to enter into it. So first of all, marriage is a vocation. That is what I want to establish in this video. Understand that marriage is a vocation. Marriage is not a celebration. Marriage is a vocation. Marriage is not a celebration. Marriage is not that wedding that we dash out. Marriage is not that exorbitant wedding or flitting around. No, that is not what marriage is. Marriage is not just all about giving birth to children. Marriage is not just all about having a wife. Marriage is not just all about having a husband. Marriage goes beyond that. So understand this, that marriage is a vocation, a calling that has its demands. This is the first subjection that I'm submitting now. In my next video, I will now drop the principles of marriage, the principles that is needed, the characteristics of this particular marriage that will sustain this vocation and make it a wonderful journey so that you will not miss out. Watch out and wait for my next video on this. God bless you.